Good morning and welcome to ForexTV.com's AM Forex New York. Today is Wednesday, February 6th. I'm Caitlin Sisney. The yen rose against the euro and the dollar as Asian stocks fell the most in 2 weeks, deterring investors from holding higher-yielding assets funded in Japan. Yen is trading at 106.51. The euro fell on speculation European Central Bank President Jean-Claude Trichet will signal borrowing costs may need to be cut to bolster growth. Euro yesterday fell as much as 1.4% against the dollar, which was the most since January 16th, after Europe's service industries grew at the slowest pace in more than 4 years. Euro is trading at 146.15. The UK pound fell after an industry report showed consumer confidence dropped to the lowest in at least 3 years in January, strengthening the case for the Bank of England to cut interest rates. Sterling is trading at 195.72. Today we're joined by Joseph Francomano from Erste Bank. Joseph will give his outlook for the Forex market.
Good morning. This is Joe Francomano at Erste Bank in New York. Today we are finding the dollar opening in the New York session at the bottom of yesterday's trading ranges in the majors, particularly against the euro and against the dollar yen. We are down at 195.75 currently against cable. Again, this is a little bit of the fallout, the risk aversion fallout from yesterday's shockingly weak ISM non-manufacturing number. The market was pressured lower prior to that number as far as the equities are concerned, but the number, the pure bearish of that number really took the bloom off of any of the equity rally that we'd seen over the last week and a half or so. Also, you know, from a technical standpoint, the fallout from the failure of the euro to surge through 150 on last week's extremely, dovish U.S. economic news, be it the 50-point cut from the Fed and the negative non-farm payrolls report, with the euro unable to pierce through the 150 now, and this is about the third or fourth time that we traded above 149. You're seeing these tremendous and steep pullbacks, as markets unwind positions rather quickly, in anticipation of a stronger follow-through. We are seeing, particularly today, the euro-yen coming off. Yesterday we were above 158. Today we're trading on a 155 handle. I do believe, however, that the move that we have seen in the euro from 149.50 down to overnight low 145.90 has come too fast, too much, and I would expect today that perhaps the overnight low in the euro that we saw, 145.90, 92, will be the bottom, that we will start to carve out a bit of a correction of this correction. Yesterday, the New York high was 147.01 or 02, just about that. I would think to say that, from a range perspective, that that would serve as a good level between 145.90, the bottom, and 147, the top. I think that a volatile session that follows equities is in store. Dollar yen, on the other hand, there's been talk of some serious corporate interest, Japanese corporate interest, to sell the dollar at every big figure. So yesterday we were able to take out some stops above 107.20 and traded as high as, I believe, around 107.70 or 107.75, but apparently, some very, very heavy offers were placed ahead of 108, and once the equities reversed and, once the ISM number came out so badly, we saw the dollar yen quickly reverse from the upper ends of the range, and, we find ourselves down back again near the 106.25, 35 level or so. With all that said, I think that the bearishness of the crosses and the bearishness of the equities are going to continue to provide some downward pressure on the dollar yen. I would not be surprised at all, again, to see a correction like I mentioned earlier in the equities, and a correction perhaps of the dollar yen and of the euro yen. Euro yen tracking perhaps a little bit higher, but again, I do believe that the top of the range was established in dollar yen yesterday, and I think that today, any rally up towards 107 or so in dollar yen should be met with some selling, as has the same thing with the euro dollar. I do believe that we have seen the ranges in both currencies established in the last 24 hours. Outside of that, I don't think that dollar yen will trade much below 106.25 today, and I don't believe will be above 107 either. So all in all, I think a bit of range trading with a tad bit of a correction of yesterday afternoon's moves in all the major currencies. Good luck.
Thank you, Joseph. That's all for your AM Forex New York. I'm Caitlin Sisney. Join us again later for another update right here on ForexTV.com.